What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ifillworld. Now today in Ifillworld, I figured I'd show you guys some of the Bajan Proverbs, seeing that we are on that independence theme. So sit back, get some popcorn, relax, because we're going to go through some proverbs and what they actually mean when people use them. First up, let me apologize for not bringing out a video weekend that just passed, but the rain was falling the entire weekend and I didn't get to shoot anything. But let me get to the video. Check this if I focus. Boom. To kick off this proverb section, I thought I'd start with the popular section. Basically, these are the proverbs that people use all the time. So if you're a Barbadian, you probably rattle them off with me as I say them. But for those of you who are not from the beautiful island, well, I guess it'll be a lot more that you can learn. Number one, a eyeful in a bellyful. Seeing is one thing, having it in your possession is another. Cat luck and dog luck. What one person may get away with may cause problems for another. Don't take a 6 for a 9. Do not misunderstand a person's real intention. Now, the way I like to use this is basically, let's say I had a piece of cake and I offered you some and you took the majority of my cake, I would say don't take a 6 for a 9. Basically what I'm telling you is don't abuse my kindness for weakness because I'm not giving you all of the cake. Next, the higher the monkey climb, the more you show your tail. The more you show off, the more your faults are brought to the fore. The walls got ears, or small pitcher got wide ear hole. Be cognizant of what you're saying as someone close by may be listening. This is said a lot of the time in the presence of children because people often forget that children are in the room when they're having certain conversations. So you would find older people say, well, the walls got ears. It is so that the children aren't alerted that the adults are speaking about them, but it's also to alert the adults to be cognizant of what you're saying. Ever pig got his sacked. This is the Barbadian version of every dog got a day. It basically means everyone will pay for their deeds at some point. The last in the popular list is God don't like ugly. Now, contrary to the obvious connotations portrayed in this proverb, it was made to show disapproval of injustice. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Always great, yeah, we always got the flavor.
I kid. So let's move on to our wise words section. Don't shit all your sugar in one vessel. Do not risk all your resources in a single venture. Experience is a hard taskmaster. One can be cautioned multiple times and not heed, but going through the situation teaches all the lessons hinted at prior. Ever skinty in a laugh. Not all outward signs of friendliness should be taken as genuine. If blackbird fly with pigeon, you will get shoot. If you associate with the wrong people, you will get the same treatment as they do. It ain't the gun that is kill ya, it's the shot. It is usually the small problems, not the big ones, that cause the most difficulty. One smart dead at two smart door. There's always someone smarter than you out there, or there's always someone ahead of you in the game. And finally, in our wise word section, when you ain't got horse, ride cow. Utilize whatever resources may be available to you at that point in time.
Everybody know Danielle, cause Danielle's catch me outside, look. Everybody know Salt Bay, cause Salt Bay talk Salt Cake, look. Everybody know Big J, look. Everybody know Kanye, look. Everybody about to know me when I hit y'all with the black flames, look. Amaterasu, Amaterasu, Amaterasu. Black flames when I spit, Mike James with the wrist. Hold up, switch, young bull, call me bit. About to kill it, get it lit.
The sea ain't got no back door. The sea is not a safe place, hence you should take every precaution when visiting it. Now this is one that my mother said to me so much. I don't know if this woman hate me ever going to the sea because first of all, I couldn't go to the sea unless she was there. So I could go to the beach, but I could not go in the water. Even if I went with a big group of people, I had to sit on the sand and watch them. Because she always used to say, if you go with Tom and Tom join in, Tom might gonna go for he and you can stay there and drown. So And at the end of it, she was always say, the sea ain't got no back door. Another one is, the dog that bring a bone would carry one. I think this one is very, very straightforward, but it says, the person who gossips with you about other persons will gossip with other persons about you. You can't stop your ear from hearing, but you can stop your mouth from talking. This is basically a warning against repeating what was heard. Cut pumpkin can't keep. It basically means once virginity is lost, it is impossible to abstain thereafter. Fisherman never see fish stink. A person will never give a bad report about themselves. Give Jackie Jacket. You should give credit where credit is due. Monkey see, monkey do. This is a mild reprimand for imitating the behavior of others. And finally, in our honorable mentions we have no name, no blame, no lockup. If no names are called, no one can be accused. Every culture has its own cuisine, and here in Barbados, we are no different. I figured for the end of this segment, I'd show you some of the confectionaries that we guys partake in, mainly around this time of the year since it's independence, but you can get them all year round if you search hard enough. First up, we're gonna look at a sugar cake. Basically, it is just coconut, sugar. Forgive me, I don't know all the ingredients for half of these things here. I just know how to taste, and it tastes good. The major ingredients that are inside of it though are coconut and sugar that I can remember. Next up, we have something called Russ, or most Bajans call it dog biscuits. They call it a dog biscuit because it looked like a dog biscuit. Next up again, we have something called guava cheese. I have absolutely no idea what this thing is made of, but I know it tastes good. Like, I honestly can't tell you what's inside of it, but it's like chewy. It has sugar inside of it. I assume it has guava because it's called guava cheese. But it legit. Next up, two versions of the same item. One is a regular nut cake, and the other one is what we call here a glassy. Basically, they're the same thing, but one, the sugar is caramelized, so it has a more glassy look, while the other one has a more matte finish. It's basically personal preference which one you eat. I tend to like the matte looking one, and other people like the caramelized version. But hey, now this one is called Black Bitch. I loved to get these as a child, not because solely how they taste. When you were younger, you dare not even consider using any kind of foul language around your parents. But here in Barbados, at least in my household, this is the only time you can refer to this thing. You could go to the shop with your mommy and say, "Mommy, I want a black bitch." Now, I used to always order these. Funny enough, there's a red version to it, right? And I went in the shop and asked for a red bitch. She slapped my mother giving me for calling it a red bitch. I don't know, for some reason it's not called red bitch, even though it tastes very, very similar to the black version, but you had to call the red one a sweetie, and the black one, you call a black bitch. Go figure.
One of the other things that are very, very Bajan, it's not something to eat, but it's something to drink. We love us some golden apple juice. It doesn't matter what time of year it is, apple juice is life. Finally, on our list, we have the queen of queens, the food of foods, the creme de la creme. We call her the conky. It is not Independence, or it is not November unless you have a conky wrapped in that banana leaf singed on the stove top with decadent cornmeal, sweet potato. Some people put coconut in it and some pumpkin. Some people like raisins, others don't. Some people like cherries, others don't. But my oh my, there is not an Independence without a conky.
Well guys, you've made it to the end of another episode. I want to give a big shout out to all of you who've been watching all the videos. The support is madly appreciated. So, thumbs up are always appreciated, so leave a like down below. You can subscribe for more similar content. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Ifillworld. And remember, there's always an eyeful in Ifillworld. Peace. Black flames when I spit. Mike James with the wrist. Pull up, switch. Young bull, call me bit. About to kill it, get it lit. Damn.